it's funny. I was just talking to my agent on the way in about opportunities that are coming, and like it's to me, she's just said to me like, I can't believe you're always so surprised. But I'm like, I'm from the biggest council estate in Europe up until 1999. So we didn't know nothing. I always say we didn't know our ass from our elbow. That's kind of our thing. So if you'd have told me at 18 years old, I got kicked out of school at 15. I went to be a builder and I got sacked on me 2 weeks before my 19th birthday. I was literally sat in my mum's house going, what the fuck am I going to do? Someone goes, by the way, come and play football if you want. You're really good. I've always been told I'm okay at everything, but I'm like 6 out of 10 at everything. My brother, who I was with him yesterday, and he's 32 now. He's got a six pack, looks unbelievable, gorgeous, can do everything. And you just like, he's been playing golf 2 years, he's off 6.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Like, why did you get everything?
Yeah.
He's always been the one that was going to make it. I was always like the protector of our family, if you get what I mean. And I'm the oldest as well. And we were just talking about something that's coming up. And I was like, oh my God, like, why do they want me? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, just why would they want me? And I was just laughing about it. She's like, you might be the most like surprised person. Because whenever she calls, she's only telling me good news or bad news, as you know. But every time she tells me good news, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Like, I didn't think I was going to be here. I didn't think I'd ever going to get to meet you. That's fantastic.
It's also that thing in it of like, I guess the thing about football, particularly post-football, it must be so different. Because it must be like, army and prison, essentially. Because you're coming out of everything where everything is organised for you.
Yes.
You've got to be here on a Monday, you've got to be here on a Tuesday, Wednesday, you've got the game that
also as well, sorry to interrupt you, the restraints of not what you can do, but if you decide to go out and have a beer, by the way, tomorrow you've got to compete against these 20 guys that want to beat you, who are your teammates, but they don't care. And also, like in my situation, body fats was a real issue for me for like 17 years. We had to be under 10% body fat at any time. So they could go, Russell, you got body fats now. And you'd be like, oh God, I've had breakfast, I've done this. Yeah, body fats. And they check you. And if you're over, well, then you're in Fat Club tomorrow.
What's Fat Club?
Fat Club is when you get in 2.5 hours before everybody else.
Surely the first rule of Fat Club is you don't speak about Fat Club.
No, the first rule about Fat Club is you try and get out of Fat Club as quick as you can. And then they'll have an hour bike session, they'll gym session, and then and you're in Fat Club until you're.
And is that before? That's
before
as
training.
Well as training. Oh,
that's before training.
It's Fat Club like all the dogs with cones on them.
I probably did look like that a few times, yeah. But like if you was 11% body fat, it was you got to get under 10, and you're getting punished until you do. And it wouldn't be a punishment like, someone was there barking at you, but it was like, well, you're in at 8. Oh, and by the way, your food's restricted in there. So where everybody else gets their normal plate, the chef now is coming out and giving you, a few less calories than everybody else.
Yeah. So what is that like what's that first meal like when you're no longer professional? Presumably.
Oh.
Yeah, chaos.
I did it. You'll realise throughout all this, I do things really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like all in, all or nothing. And
I remember Mark Noble when I did Soccer Aid. He was so excited about Christmas.
Oh.
And this was in we did Soccer Aid in August.
Yes, yeah.
And he was already looking forward to Christmas because he could eat anything and go down the pub with his dad.
You've never seen a more depressed place than Christmas Day training.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. When everyone,
because we as fans are so excited, but you poor fuckers have been dragged in.
We're in, and depending on your manager, you're either in really early, so like 8:00 start.
Yeah.
So they say, you can get it all done and you can get home and be with your family. But then you're missing your kids are pissed off because they can't open any presents until you get home.
Yeah.
And then you get home and you're like, right, what's for dinner? And everyone's got, the turkeys all piling up, and you're like, oh, just have a slither of that and a little bit of that. I used to eat really well and then go straight to the gym after.
Right.
But you're playing on Boxing Day, so you're meant to be doing little to nothing really after training.
Right.
But I'm a big foodie, as
so
we will get on.
So you would that was your cheat system?
I would plough straight into that, yeah. Nose deep into it. Yeah.
Great.
And then have a little sleep and go, jump on the scales. I know you're 2 kilo heavier. Right in the gym on the bike, have a swim, and
on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day, yeah.
Wow.
And then on other times you've had to travel as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I remember had my son on the 23rd of December. He's 5 now, and brought the missus home Christmas Eve. Had family over Christmas Day. Left Christmas night to play Sheffield away. So I ended up being in. They gave me 24 hours maternity leave.
Wow. Did you score?
No, I was shit. I was so bad.
So you never got.
No, I never got the luxury to do that.
Right.
But I was so shit though. I scored the game before we beat Man United, and that's what they said induced the baby because my missus got a bit too excited. She's an Arsenal fan, so I think she had a bit of Martin Keown in her. Came out, yeah. But no, it was good.
What is the next brilliant thing? So we've had golf.
Yes, golf is one. Slippers.
Okay.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Amen.
See?
What type? What are we dealing with?
I was I was wholeheartedly against Uggs for a long time until 4 years ago. Someone bought me Uggs. Now there's no other way to go.
They're all right in there. Yeah.
I have a new pair every Christmas. Although this Christmas, the wife, I hope you watch this, not too happy.
Why? What'd you get?
She didn't get me. She's like, oh, but you've got a pair. I was like, no. Each year you need a new pair. My slippers are actually in the car.
Right.
In the driver's brought it down.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get out of here, these shoes are off and I'm back into slippers.
Why are you into slippers so much?
It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's like having a heated blanket for your toes.
Right.
It's
Is
heaven.
it because it must be such a weird journey for your feet?
Yeah.
Because your feet
Oh.
must have felt like they've been abused
My
for years.
feet, if I took my shoes off, they look like they've been abused for
Fucking
years.
right.
Yeah,
But
they are
your feet,
disgusting.
they could probably do with therapy because they've been like in boots.
Yeah,
They've been stamped. You've been kicking, and now all of a sudden they got sleeping
Oh
bags
my
on.
god, yeah, I'm just about to make myself sound horrendous, but it's fine. I asked my wife to like do my feet the other day because I thought your feet are always lovely,
Yeah.
and I got to the point now, a year removed from being retired, where I've got all of my toenails, so they've all grown back and they're all at a healthy length. So I was like, can you just like clip mine so like they look neat?
Yeah.
And she tried to do it with the clippers, and she was like, "Fuck me."
Yeah,
They're because they're so calloused and like thick.
Yeah.
She couldn't do it, so I have to go and get them done professionally.
Do you?
Yeah, I know a lot of football lads are saying the same thing. Yeah.
Is that right? So that's one of the hidden things about football.
Oh
I can
yeah.
imagine that.
The biggest thing you don't want to do is lose a toenail around March, April,
Right.
because when you're on holiday with no big toenail, everyone does look at you a bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
paps
that?
are out,
Yeah, so
I'd never thought about that. It must, but of course, yeah, you must.
yeah, you lose toenails for fun.
But I guess this is part and parcel of it.
Yeah, and then
So
I got
did it-
home and my dog decided to run over my foot, and
What dog you got?
I've got 3 now, but he was the only one at the time. I've got a Rottweiler. He's a big boy.
So he's stamping on it.
Yeah, so he stood on my foot, and
So your Rottweiler's like, Daddy.
yeah, and my wife went, "It's the first time I've ever seen you cry." There was a
Right.
genuine tear roll down my eyes, and I thought, "Will I get in trouble if I kick this dog?" Thankfully,
But
Kurt
also if you-
Zuma had already done it,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought, "Can't do that."
But also, if you kick the dog, it's going to hurt you again.
Oh, absolutely,
So you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. It
Unless
was,
you go left.
and then we saw that I'll probably miss.
There's a risk. Yeah.